So what do we got today, Brian, for our event
It looks
session?
like the event session is last minute requests. So in a work situation or any other like creative situation, when people come to you at the last minute with a request and they want you to
Yeah.
perform, like right then and there, get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. That for me is a no-go. I'm one of those creatives that I really thrive on having time to practice and to get
Mm,
prepared and to feel like I know what I'm going to say and not to be thrusted into a situation, especially if I have to talk in front of people.
right.
Like I'm the weirdo that's going to be practicing in the mirror or that's going to be reciting my speech to myself in the car on my way. So if you don't give me time to like process what I want to say, then I'm like a wreck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, well, it is annoying. But on the bright side, on the positive side of that, it's like, well, it puts you in a situation to where you have to put all of those skills and everything that you know to the test to try to turn something over quickly.
yeah,
Um, because like my background, I came from, like the television from the world of like television and especially in particular newscasts. And so every day, we had strict deadlines. We had to do a newscast at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10.
yeah,
And you had to get it done. It's like, there's no questions about it. You may get last minute, breaking news that comes in, and you have to be able to turn it around and get it done. So on the positive
yeah,
side, you get to exercise that muscle to improve your skills and to reassure yourself of your skills. But on the downside,
yeah.
it's like it sucks because people just aren't considerate of your time, especially if you're working in a situation where it's not like, strict deadlines. It's like, come on, man. Just like, at least give me a little bit of heads up because, 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, you knew that this was coming before you came to me.
Yes, yes,
You
absolutely.
know,
And
you
that's
know.
my thing. It's like in this particular case, I got thrusted into something this week, and this thing has been on the books for weeks. Both things, have been on the books for weeks, and so then to be thrusted into something, 2 days prior, it's just like, oh my gosh, and then I guess the thing that really gets me is like talking about something that there's a part of it that I feel well versed in that I'm like, okay, I got it. I could
Mhm.
swing that. And then there's another part of it that I'm like, oh, what exactly would I say about that part? Or I don't feel as well versed in the second part of what they want me to talk about. And so I'm kind of like, that I go into mad frenzy like research period where I'm like, okay, do I need to research this? Do I need to come with numbers? Do I need to come with data? Like what do
Yeah.
I need to bring to the table so that if they ask me questions, I feel prepared and not say, I don't know, or I'm unsure, or that's not my department.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
It's like it's
yeah,
really not setting you up for success. It's kind of
yeah,
setting you up. At times, it can set you up for failure because you don't have, like you said, you don't have time to prepare.
right, right. But I do agree that sometimes it's a good thing to practice your ability to pivot at a moment's notice. So there's some positives there. You definitely can find things to grow from being thrusted into undesirable situations.